what are some of the basic misbehaviors that you would see on a day-to-day basis?
Kids would start to sort of congregate outside the classroom, and immediately you can hear them like having arguments with each other. If it isn't nailed down, they'll try to move it around. So I once used we used to use door stops to keep the door open, and they'd steal the door stops. Or then I'd have to use a fire extinguisher, and I'd hear some metal, I'd look up and the fire extinguisher's gone. It's moved in the middle of the hall. So even before they've entered the classroom, there is misbehavior. It's just all the time. Once the students are in the classroom, a lot of the time what they'll do is they'll push each other. I've seen kicking quite often. Maybe like every 3 lessons, I'll have a kid kick a kid as they're walking into the classroom. And in England, you're supposed to lay the books out in the front. So I'm not sure what they do in America, but in England, you have to keep your books in the classroom. So I had about 14 classes, 30 kids in each. So I had like 400 textbooks in the classroom, and you'd have to lay them out for the kids. And basically, almost every other lesson, a kid would take the book and hit another kid with it. So before it started, we're talking like a minute into the lesson, and you've already got fights, you've already got disagreements, arguments, swearing was quite common. And what was quite strange, which I never saw in any other country, was almost every other lesson you'd have a student just basically have some kind of issue where they couldn't enter the classroom. Like, I drank a fizzy drink and now I've got too much energy, so I have to stay out of class. And that teacher said I can do that. And it's just relentless. You can't organize the class, you can't manage them, and the class hasn't even started yet.